The chief guest, the DPP, Mr. Nuruddin Haji, commissioners of IEBC, our distinguished invited guests, our development partners present, and all the staff of IEBC, good morning. I don't know whether it's afternoon yet. I just want to welcome all of you to this function. And let me start by saying that we are in this room today, not because we have nothing to do, but because we care about this country. The law says that IEBC shall manage elections and referenda and also deal with boundaries delimitation. That's what the law says. But we, as IEBC, cannot do this alone. And that's why all of you in this room, state actors, non-state actors, are here as of right because you care about this country. You have left your other duties to be here, and we, as a commission, we appreciate your presence, and we look forward to your support for you to work together with us up to the 9th of August this year and beyond. So let me say that most of the things in my written speech have already been spoken about, so I will not go into it. I will donate my time to our chief guest. But let me just say that coming on the 9th of August, as a commission, we undertook continuous voter registration and enhanced continuous voter registration. And right now we have a register of about 22 million registered voters. Now, we are cleaning up the register, and we hope this will be done soon. And then once we finalize, we shall hand it over to the auditors to do an audit, and then proceed from there to do the next process, which is verification of the voters' register. And in all this, come election day, we shall then have about 50,000 polling stations, but the polling stations will be determined by the commission once we have a certified register. Now, on the election day, we expect to have about 500,000 personnel. 500,000 personnel, which includes police officers. At every polling station, we shall have 2 police officers manning a polling station. I want you to picture that magnitude number, and I want to agree with Mr. Mbugwa that the police, we have worked together this journey leading up to the launch of these manuals today, and I've been assured by the Inspector General of Police that we have sufficient police officers to cover up all these polling stations. As you all know, and as I said, the Commission cannot undertake this exercise alone. We must work with stakeholders in accordance with the law. Section 105 of the Elections Act is very clear that institutions of government, when called upon, must support the IEBC to discharge the function of giving Kenyans free, fair, and credible elections and ensure that peace is maintained during the election period. So stakeholder engagement is a must for us. Stakeholder engagement in the National Police Service, stakeholder engagement with the DPP's office. As you all know, the Election Offences Act was placed under the DPP in the last amendments, and it used to be initially handled by IEBC, but it's now managed by the DPP. And as a commission, then, whenever issues arise, we investigate and hand over the file to the DPP. What was left for us was managing the code of conduct, which all candidates and political parties ascribe to during elections. Sometimes last week, the High Court then declared the Code of Conduct Enforcement Committee as unconstitutional, meaning that as a commission we can only investigate and pass over the mantle to the DPP, and that's why the chief guest will now tell us how he's going to manage all this, part of which we have been doing as a commission. And I think in the course of today, by the time he reaches his office, I will have forwarded the files of Moses Kuri and Sabina Chege to him to deal with. Because there's no vacuum in the law. Those who think there's a vacuum, you are so wrong. Continue doing what you are doing, but the law will catch up with you. We have collaborative stakeholder engagement with the DCI. The DCI is also working with us. We have officers of the DCI who support the commission, and they will be very, very useful to us when it comes to managing cyber crimes. And especially, you all know that we have a technology which we're going to deploy for elections, and so these officers then will help us with the investigations. We have collaborative arrangements with ORPP. Madam ORPP is here. Yes, we work together very well, and we have issued timelines which also she'll be forwarding documentation of political parties to us. We have collaborative arrangements with the EACC, which will be handy in terms of clearance of candidates, and NCIC. We have to work together. Judiciary, we have Judicial Committee on Elections, which committee then we collaborate on how to manage dispute resolution, and more particularly the Political Parties Disputes Tribunal, which will be managing disputes arising from party primaries. So what am I saying here? That collaboration is key, and as a commission we will work with other agencies, and we shall continue doing so, and so that we can secure this country and give it what it deserves, a peaceful, free, fair, and credible election. With those few remarks, let me then take this opportunity to invite the chief guest. I am sure you all want to hear the chief guest, what he has to say, and that's why we are here. Mr. Nuruddin Haji, please welcome. Thank you.